Just because God is silent doesn't mean that he doesn't exist. The fact that he is silent does not mean that he does not hear you. Just because he's silent does not mean that his answer is no. Just because he's silent does not mean that he will not answer your prayer or have not answered your prayers. Just because he's silent does not mean that he doesn't go or he doesn't see or he's not seeing what you're going through. Just because God is silent does not mean that you are unworthy. Just because God is silent does not mean that you are rejected. Just because he's silent does not mean that you are not among his. Just because he is silent, it does not mean that it will not work for you. Just because he is silent does not mean that he's not cooking something good for you. Just because he's silent does not mean that he's not fighting the battles that you know nothing about. Just because he's silent does not mean you will not make it. He's silent just for a certain season. Don't forget, weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning.